When a cowboy put up a blunt and unapologetic sign on his property, it didn't take long for tempers to flare in the community. Offended by the message, a group decided to take matters into their own hands and remove it. But what happened next proved they had seriously underestimated the man behind the message. A Florida seafood restaurant owner, fed up with what he'd been witnessing, finally decided to speak out loud and clear. For the first time, he took a stand by posting 4 bold statements on the sign outside his business. Unbothered by who he might offend, he expected some backlash, but when certain people reacted, the cowboy had a surprise waiting for them. William Bill Davis has spent years serving the Sarasota community with fresh seafood and warm hospitality at Barnacle Bill's Seafood Restaurant. As a business owner in the public eye, he'd long kept his personal views private, but that changed when he saw what he believed the Democrats were attempting to do. The growing political divide, fueled by intense debates and clashing ideologies, finally compelled him to speak out. Bill had observed the rising tension as political debates became more intense and polarizing, both across the nation and within his own community. Clashing policies and social movements created an environment where people felt forced to take sides. For years, Bill stayed out of it, choosing instead to focus on his business and ensuring a welcoming space for everyone, no matter their political views. But as recent events began to challenge his personal values, he felt it was time to speak up. A proud conservative, Bill decided he wasn't going to let anyone dictate how he should live, so he made his views clear with a bold message on his restaurant's marquee. To say that it didn't go over well with those who have different political views is a bit of an understatement. When those who opposed his sentiments tried to retaliate, it backfired on them, letting everyone in town know exactly where he stood. Bill simply stated on his marquee, "NRA member, concealed carry okay, not a deplorable, vote Trump." The backlash was almost immediate. Liberal customers who had previously enjoyed meals at his restaurant expressed their outrage, sickened by what they perceived as a blatant display of far-right ideology. Social media platforms buzzed with comments and shares, spreading the controversy far and wide. Critics accused Bill of alienating a significant portion of his customer base and turning his business into a political battleground. However, this is not really a surprising response from people with opposing political views. It was similar to the reactions from conservatives when Target announced its transgender-friendly bathroom policy. Many vowed never to step foot in Target ever again. If you don't like what a company's doing, take your money elsewhere. It makes sense. Bill Davis told WFLA that he received over 1,000 emails and calls from customers who professed their distaste for him as a person and what he stands for, announcing that they'll never be back. The tone of these messages ranged from polite disagreement to outright hostility, with some even threatening to stage protests. However, a few did return for one reason, which quickly backfired on them. According to the ABC affiliate in Florida, liberals who disagreed with the sign's sentiment announced a protest at Bill's business, using their First Amendment rights to blast him for using his First Amendment rights. They urged everyone to show up and force a takedown of the conservative cowboy sign. But supporters of Donald Trump also caught wind of the protest and met the liberals at Barnacle Bill's Seafood Restaurant. The liberal turnout for the marquee message protest was unimpressive, but on the flip side were the Trump supporters who arrived in defense of Bill and his bold message. The local news station reported that there were about 20 liberals there yelling for him to take it down, but over 100 deplorables were there to oppose them. The scene outside the restaurant turned into a microcosm of the national political divide, with both sides loudly voicing their opinions and refusing to back down. The atmosphere was tense, with heated exchanges between the two groups, but it remained largely peaceful. In addition to the support that the business owner received for his sign, something else happened that he wasn't expecting. After all of the calls and emails from liberals saying they wouldn't be dining at Barnacle Bill's Seafood Restaurant anymore, the business has never been better because of the incredible outpouring of support from conservatives in town. Many locals who had never visited his restaurant before made it a point to dine there, showing solidarity with Bill's stance. The restaurant saw a surge in reservations and foot traffic, with patrons expressing their support not just through words, but through their wallets as well. This is a great example of Americans using their First Amendment rights to peacefully disagree. It's always a risk for a business to make a political statement, and it often ends in disaster. However, that doesn't seem to be the case in this instance. Bill's bold move, while controversial, also highlighted the deep divisions in American society and the power of individuals to make a statement, no matter the potential consequences. In the broader context, Bill's actions reflect a growing trend among business owners who are choosing to openly express their political views. This trend can be seen as part of a larger cultural shift where more people feel emboldened to share their beliefs publicly, regardless of potential backlash. This phenomenon raises important questions about the role of businesses in political discourse and the impact of such statements on community relations. As for Barnacle Bill's seafood restaurant, the future seems uncertain but promising. With the continued support of his conservative clientele and the attention his sign has garnered, Bill Davis might just have turned a moment of controversy into a surge of new business. His story serves as a reminder that, in the world of business, as in politics, bold moves can sometimes lead to unexpected and significant outcomes. Beyond the impact on his business, Bill's decision to display the sign has ignited wider discussions throughout the Sarasota community. Locals are now debating the role of businesses in political expression and how much personal beliefs should shape public interactions. To some, Bill's message is a bold assertion of individual freedom and the right to speak one's mind. To others, it feels like a divisive gesture that risks fracturing the sense of unity within the community. Bill's story has also captured national media attention, sparking a wave of both support and criticism from commentators and pundits alike. Some hail him as a hero, applauding his willingness to stand by his beliefs despite the risk to his business. Others argue he's fueling division in a community that might otherwise coexist peacefully despite political differences. The conversation has now stretched far beyond Sarasota, echoing the broader national debate about where politics intersects with everyday life. In the end, Bill Davis and Barnacle Bill's seafood restaurant have come to represent the larger cultural and political divide in America. Whether viewed as a courageous stand for free speech or an unnecessary act of provocation, Bill's actions clearly mirror the deep emotions and tensions shaping today's society. As the country continues to grapple with these challenging times, stories like Bill's will keep surfacing, each one adding another thread to the intricate fabric of modern political discourse. What do you think of this story? Let us know in the comments section. I hope you like this story. Please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. Also subscribe and press the bell icon to never miss the update from our channel. Thank you.